Welcome back, students. This is Mr. Morris, CAD 120. Today, we're going to learn how to create circular arrays and rectangular arrays, or you may also refer to them as circular patterns and rectangular patterns. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. All right, everybody here? Ready to have fun? You want the lights on or off? Off? All right. All right. So we're going to go to create, and we are going to go to document, and we're going to name this, what was our last exercise? Exercise 9, I think it was. We're going to call this exercise 10 dash rectangular pattern, and then dash your name. All right. So exercise 10, rectangular pattern, then your name, select create. And like I said before, sometimes, OnShape is similar to Inventor, and then sometimes there's some differences, right? Well, I'm going to make sure I'm on the ball today. I'm going to go to the three bars here, and I want to select the workspace units. And I want to make sure I turn on English, or inches rather, and select the green check mark. All right. Now, um, I'm hoping you can see your drawing with the lights out. I know y'all like to do CAD work sometimes with the lights out. So that's what we're doing today. Go to Sketch and click on this frontal plane. All right. And we're going to get over to the view cube and select the front. Okay. Now we need to make this plate. This plate is 6 inches long by 4 inches tall. So we're going to come over here to the rectangular command, and we're going to select center point rectangle, click on that, and then go to the origin and click, and we're going to drag it out to an arbitrary location, click, and now it's asking for some dimensions. Type in 6, enter, and then type in 4, enter. All right, so that is the shape of our plate. Please select the green check mark, and we're going to get into the isometric view. All right, my good buddies here, we're going to select extrude, and then we're going to click inside the region, but we don't want it to be 1 inch thick, and I want to change direction. So go ahead and change direction first. And we're going to make this, let's see, what did I put that as? Quarter. 0.250 inches. Enter. And then select the green check mark. All right, so far so good. Okay, there's our plate. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a hole right here in this top left corner. So we're going to go to Sketch, and we're going to click on this. By the way, there's two ways to create a hole in OnShape. One is you can use a circle and extrude it. And we actually have another tool where you can create a variety of holes. I'll show you that later. If I haven't, I don't know if I've shown that to you yet. I don't think I have, so I will. That might be something we'll do tomorrow. Click on this front face here. All right, so it puts a sketching plane on that front face there. Select the green check mark. Okay. Now, wait a minute. What happened to my sketch plane? Hang on. Did I lose my sketch plane? Oh, I know what I did. I'm sorry. Look, forgive me. Go down here. I closed out the sketch. You see where it says sketch two? Go in there and edit that. Just right click and edit that. Okay, so we're back where there it is. Okay. And I didn't mean to close it out. Go to the front plane. All right, does everybody have that? I'm gonna double check with you. Does everybody have a sketch plane for the front face of this? Yes or no? You do? All right. Okay, I'm assuming everybody has that sketch plane on that front face. Let's go to circle, center point circle. Click on that. And we're going to come over here and we're going to roughly click right there. We're going to drag out a circle. Is there a problem? Click. All right. And we're going to type in 0.5, enter. All right. Now I'm going to get into the front view here. See this? I have a circle, arbitrary location. I don't know the exact dimensions yet because I haven't placed them. But we have a 0.5 inch diameter, half inch diameter. Now I have to locate the center of this circle from this corner. So go to the dimension tool, click here, look, click here, drag your dimension out, click, and type in 0.5, and you can select the green check mark. Okay. And we're going to do this again now. Make sure you select the dimension tool, select that point, select this point, drag it over, click, type in 0.5, and then the green check mark. Is everyone still with me? All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to click on the green check mark. Our hole is still, the circle's still there, okay? It looks like it disappeared, but it's still there. Get into the isometric view. All right, now watch. We're going to extrude that. Click inside the region. I don't want to go this direction. I want to go in the opposite direction, and I want to remove. See here, remove material. Select OK. Are you still with me? All right, cool. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and pan. Y'all know how to rotate the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Hold down the scroll wheel to pan. Okay. Now we want to make a rectangular pattern from this hole. So we're going to come here. See where it says a linear pattern? Look here, linear pattern. Click on that. Okay. And what we're going to do, when you do this, I want you to come over here where it says part pattern, arrow down and select feature pattern. Select feature pattern. And now watch carefully. I'm going to hold down the left mouse button and I'm going to drag a window around that. Now, notice how it picked up my first extrusion too. I don't want the plate. So I'm going to look here, very important. I'm going to delete extrusion one. See that? I deleted. All I want is that hole. Did you delete your extrusion? Now just the hole is selected. See, when I crossed over like that, I picked up both the initial extrusion and the second extrusion, which was the hole. I didn't want the first one. Now click on direction here, and then click on this edge right here. Okay. Now we have to enter. You see, it created another hole. It was kind of slow in doing it, but I clicked on that edge and look what it did. It created a hole. Now we want the distance between the hole to remain at 1. That's what it is here. Okay. But the number of occurrences, we want it to be 6. six holes and select the green check mark. Do you have that? Landon, you good? All right. Now we're going to repeat this. Watch. We're going to go to this right linear pattern. Click on this. Click linear pattern. Remember, I told you what I do here? I hold down the left mouse button. Now watch. I'm going to create a window around. First, I got to click in this box here. Okay. And it's not selected. Let me try that again. Didn't like that. I exited out of that. But try again. And why is it not selecting? Because it usually does. All right. Hmm. All right, give me just a second. I'm not sure what's going on here because I did this last night without any problem at all. Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did. I'm sorry. You have to forgive me because sometimes when I'm using Inventor and then using a different CAD software, my mind kind of goes blank for a minute. Go to linear pattern. And I meant to arrow down here. I forgot to do that. I'm sorry. Arrow down and select feature pattern. Okay. Now we should be able to highlight this. Okay. Now I feel better. But I don't want extrusion one. Delete that. Now we just have the holes. Is that what yours is doing? You just have the hole selected. Select direction and click on this edge. I'll undo it and do it again if needed. The distance between the holes here is 1 inch, and we're going to have four occurrences. So, green check. Please raise your hand high if you got this. Okay, cool. Everybody got it. Now, what is the first advantage you see to this as if you had to draw every one of those holes, right, and dimension them, that'd be a lot of work, wouldn't it? What if you had a plate with 1,000 holes in it? Do you see where this would come in handy? This tool. All right. Now what we want to do is we want to use the fillet command to round our corners. We want to use our fillet command to round our corners. So go to fillet. And I think I have it set at the drawing is 0.5, which is good. So click here, click here, click here. And you may have to use your U cube to get around the other side. Select the green check mark. All right. Isn't that beautiful? It's a beautiful thing. All right. Everybody have that? So that's the what? That's the rectangular pattern or linear array or rectangular array. You'll hear different names for it. All right. And we had a pattern made from the holes. That's why we use the feature pattern. All right, we're going to come over here to the browser and we're going to hide all of the planes. All right. Now, so that we can be different than what I used yesterday, Your worksheet that I gave you has a blue. Do a right click on that, and we're going to use a different material or color rather. Maybe green, whatever color you wish. Click on the green check mark. All right, so that's our part. Come down to the lower left-hand corner and select the plus sign. And now we're going to come in here. We're going to select Create Drawing. We're going to select our template here. And we're going to select OK. Now we just click on the part. Now that's kind of small. Look, our scale is 1:2. I'm going to change that to 1:1. Change it to 1:1, and then drag your part back over here. Put it about right there, click. And then we're going to move over here about right there and click. And we're going to hit the escape. Okay. All right. Now, normally I won't shade, the top or the front or right side views, but since we're not going to do an isometric with this one, go ahead, and it won't hurt. You can go ahead and do a right click on this, go to show hide, and select show shaded view. Okay. Did it paint yours in? Did it paint yours? Riley, yours okay? Okay. Now we're going to start using datum dimensioning. This is ideal for machinists if they were going to make this plate on a conventional milling machine or even a CNC milling machine or a CNC machining center. So we're going to come in here. We're going to go to our dimension tool, which is right here. Click on the dimension tool. And we're going to click right here and right here. Drag it down about right there. Click. And then I'm going to click here and here. Bring it down. Click. I'm going to click here and here. Bring it down. Click. Here and here. Bring it down. Click. Now you may have to zoom out some here. What I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to hit the escape button and I'm going to move this view up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to start back up again. Go to the dimension tool, click here, here, drag it down, click here, drag it down, click. And I can already see I'm getting trouble, so I'm going to have to move this up some more. Hit the escape, hold down the left mouse button and drag it up a little bit, and maybe over to the left. Drag it up and over to the left. Select the dimension tool. Click here, drag it down. Click. Hit the escape button. Did y'all get that? Y'all are awesome. All right, now we're going to do the height dimensions here. And you don't need necessarily hear me. You can go ahead and work ahead of me if you want. But that dimension, hit the escape button. I didn't have to hit the escape button, but sometimes I do. Click. Okay. I'm again, just doing what we did earlier. Click here, drag it out. Click, escape. All right. It's a beautiful thing, right? Now, now that I have these dimensions down here, I can actually move this back down some. Look, I can move it back down some. This should automatically update. All right, y'all get that? Okay, now we need to put a dimension here on the fillet or the rounded corner. That's actually not truly called a fillet. I don't know why the CAD software packages always. A fillet is an internal rounded corner. A round, round, is called a round, is an external rounded corner. But anyway, they all seem to call it a fillet. So I wanted to dimension a radial dimension right here. I chose the wrong one. Choose a radial. Click. One more time. If you missed that, I'm gonna undo that. Look, go to the dimension tool, go to radial dimension, click this arc and place your dimension. Click, hit escape. Very good. You got that? You're doing great. Now we're going to put a depth dimension over here. I'm not going to show all the hidden lines past because it just gets complicated. Um, I mean, I guess I can. I tell you what, go ahead and highlight your view and do a left click. And then we want to show hidden lines. Click. There's our hidden lines. Okay. That's for each one of our holes. Now we need to put a center line here. Here's our center line tool right here. Look here. Click here. Now look. I'm going to click here. It puts the center line. I'm going to come down here and click here. I'm going to come down and click here. I'll come down and click here. Okay. That's our center lines. Hit escape. That just shows you that's the hole in the side view. It's hidden because you can't see the holes in the side view, but you know they're there. So you show hidden lines. And then the center line represents the exact center of the hole. All right, we're going to put a dimension right here. Click, click. And see a little purple line that helps you keep your dimensions lined up. So that dimension there lines up with my first dimension over here. Hit the escape button. All right. I hope you got that. You're doing good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the text here or note. Underneath your view is always under the view. Click, and we're going to type in front, all capital letters, view. We're going to hold down the left mouse button, highlight that, make it bold, and underline. And finish, hit the check mark. Hit the escape button. Now, I told you can, these are grips. You can hold down the left mouse button and pull that over some. There you go. And you can hold your left mouse button. You can reposition that if you want to. But I think that looks good. All right. Now let's do that for the right side view. Go to the text. Click here. And we're going to type in RS view. We're going to highlight it. Make it bold. Underline. Click on the green check mark. Hit escape. Now take your mouse, hold down the left mouse button, and reposition that label. All right, now let's come over here. Checked, click in there. Checked by, you may have to double click. It's going to be checked by you. My drawing is checked by me. Your drawing is checked by you. Click over here and today's date. is 05/20 slash 2026. Green check mark. Come down, approved. Double click. This is Mr. Morris. You just put Morris. Delete the little lines that follow. Green check mark. Double click here. And 05/20/2026. It's hard to believe we're halfway through 2026 almost. Select the green check mark. You doing good? You staying with me? Yeah. I meant to get rid of these lines here. All right. So there's, okay, click here. You had double click. And we're going to type in VPCC, get rid of the lines, green check mark. Click here, double click rather. I'm going to type in CAD 120, get rid of the marks. Click. Click here, double click. And this is going to be rectangular pattern. Green, get rid of the marks. Green check mark. All right, so we have our model and we have our drawing. You good? All right. Now I'll come around and look at both of these in just a moment. I've got to create a place to enter the grade. The next thing I want to look at is the round circular pattern that I gave you, okay? So right up here, click on OnShape. If you click on OnShape here, please do. Click on OnShape. And we want to go to what? Create. And we want to go to Document. And we're going to type in EX11 dash circular pattern dash your name. Okay, create. Okay, now you look at the drawing, the largest diameter of this part is 6 inches. So we got to make sure our units, look, we got to make sure our units are what? In inches. Go to sketch. Click on the front face here or the front plane. I'm going to get into the front view. I'm going to go to circle. Select center point circle. Click the origin. Drag it out. Click. And we're going to type in 6. Enter. And then we're going to click on the green check mark. And we're going to get an isometric view. So far, so good, right? Now we're going to extrude this. Click inside the region. I don't want to go this way. I want to go the opposite direction. So flip it and change dimension to 0.75. Click on the green check mark. You still with me? Okay. You probably already finished. All right. Now we're going to go to sketch. We're going to click on this front face of the cylinder. We're going to get into, we want our line of sight to be normal to the cylinder. So click on front. All right. Now, Mr. Morris had to be careful. This last night was kind of tricky, but I went to the rectangle command and I picked center point rectangle. Okay. Now watch what I did. I came over here. You see how I kind of, I didn't click. I kind of hovered and I have an inferred line. Let's see that inferred line going up. And I got to the top and it's at the 12 o'clock position. I clicked and I dragged out a rectangle of arbitrary size. Click. Now I added the dimensions. If you look at the detail, you'll see that this width here should be 0.5. Now I didn't worry about this dimension here. I left this dimension as it is. Okay, I'm gonna show you why. I just hit the enter button and escape. Here's why I did this. Now look, here's why I did this. I went up here to the dimension tool and I clicked here, click, and I made that 2 inches, green check mark. Okay. See what I got? I don't care how big this rectangle, how tall it is. I only need the part where it intersects. Are you there, Bill? You do that again. The whole thing? How about I just do the whole thing again? Because so we're still in sketch 2. I went to the rectangle. Look, center point rectangle. I moved here, right? And if you look, you see a little dashed line as you're moving. It means you're in line with the center. Go up to the very top, 12 o'clock position, roughly right there. I still see my dashed line, which means I'm aligned with the center point. Click, drag out an arbitrary rectangle, click. Okay, I got a rectangle here. I'm going to put in 0.5 for this, enter. And I tell you what, I really don't care what that dimension is, but we'll just put something there. Make it 1, enter. Okay, just make it 1. Now go to the dimension tool here, right here. And we're going to click here and here. Click, and we're going to make that 2. Green check mark. Now, here's the problem. It's red because it says a sketch could not be solved. The reason why it's doing that is because I made that 1 inch. That's what, earlier I just left it alone. So I'm going to undo that, watch. I'm not going to put that dimension there at all. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to put just a dimension here. Make that 2, enter, okay? Tell me when you got that. Because if you lock that into 1 inch, it's locked. And you try to put that dimension there and edit, it won't let you do it. That's why when you see red like that, there's a problem. How did I do what? I just hit enter. I didn't have a dimension for this at all. All right. Landon, you good? All right. I'm going to select the green check mark. And I'm going to come over here to my isometric view. You don't have to, but I like to because I can see better what I'm doing. I'm going to extrude that now, that region. I don't want to go that way. I want to go the opposite direction, and I want to remove. Green check mark. All right, now we have something that looks like that. You with me? All right, now what we want to do is we want to take this little notch here and we want to create a circular pattern going around this cylinder here. We want 16 of these notches. Okay. So what we're going to do over here where you see the rectangular pattern or linear pattern earlier, go to the one that says circular pattern. Okay. This window comes up. Right here it says part pattern. I don't want part pattern. I want to arrow down and select feature pattern. All right. Now I'm going to hold my left mouse button down and I'm going to window around that little cutout. Now the axis of pattern, click on the axis of pattern and then click on the edge of the circle. That knows where the center is. Now, I don't want 4 occurrences. I want 16 occurrences. Click anywhere on the screen, and you should have something that looks like that, I hope. Green check mark. Now, you can see where this would be. You can make gears with this if you wanted to, right? We will make this is not a gear. This is just practicing using the circular patterns, what we did here. We're going to cut off, we're going to hide top, front, and right side plane. So this is our circular pattern. Okay. Now we need to create a drawing of this. It's not too much, but I do want to show you that how to do I'm going to show you how to do a detail view today. We haven't done detail views yet. Click on the plus sign in the lower left-hand corner, and then go up and select drawing. Click on the template and select OK. All right. Click on the part 1. And it's kind of small, so I'm going to make it 1:1. Look here. I'm going to place it right there. And I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to keep this kind of close, about right there. Click. Hit the escape button. All right. You should have this, right? Now I'm going to do a right click. Look, I'm going to do a right click in here, right click, and I'm going to do a show hide, and I'm going to do shaded view. Let's go into shade it. All right. You with me still? All right. Now we need to put just a few. I don't want to get too carried away with the dimensions, but we need to put a few dimensions on here. But before we do that, I want you to go to this was working for me yesterday. But first, go to the center mark. See the center mark right here? Click on the center mark and then click on the edge of one of the curved edges. That puts your center mark in there, okay? Click on the green check mark. Did y'all see how I did that? Now look, we're going to come here. You see this one? This is a 2-point center line right here. Click on that. Now look, it will snap to the center. Click, and then come here and snap to the center, the midpoint of that arc. Boom. Hit escape. You're going to do that again. Look, go to that center line. Click on that center, and then come out here. Go to the midpoint. Click, hit escape. All right, do you have those? All right. Now we want to come here and we want to go to angular dimension right here. Line to line angular dimension. Click on that, please. And we're going to click on this line, and we're going to click on this line, and we're going to drag it out about right there. Click. Hit your escape button. I didn't put no tolerance with it, okay? So that means, all of those little teeth there are separated by an angle of 25 degrees. Now, if you want to, you can also do this to get some extra practice. I'm going to add an extra feature here that I don't have on the worksheet that I gave you. Click on center point. Look, click here, and we're gonna click here. All right, and I'm gonna do that again. Look, click here, and then click here. Okay, hit the escape button. So Mr. Morse added another dimension here is all. We're going to go to dimension the angle right here. Click here, here. Now watch, drag this out. Look. And notice that it's the same angle. That's why I only put it one. But that's okay. Just leave it like that. That's fine. All right. Now we have this dimension here I want to add. But since I put this angular dimension over here, I'm going to put a linear dimension. Linear dimension. Now watch. I'm going to click this edge to this edge. And I'm going to drag it out like that. Hit the escape button. To be honest with you, when I was doing this last night, I don't think I like this. Here's why. You see how that extension line crosses these two these two lines here? Well, if I delete that dimension, you can delete it and put it down here. Look. Click here, and bring it down like this. Now you notice now, does that look better? Because look, the extension lines are not crossing over the dimension lines. Hit the escape. So that looks much better. Now we have to put what is the diameter of our circle. Go to your diameter tool right here. Diameter dimensioning tool. Click here and drag it out. Click. Hit the escape. All right, we're doing wonderful here. I'm going to come down here to this view right here, look, and I'm going to put, we want the dimension tool, click here, click here. You see that purple line that tells you that it's lined up? Click, escape. All right. Now, Mr. Morris got a C- on this drawing because I didn't put the view labels, but anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this note and do something. We didn't do this on the drawing I gave you last night. I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna type in front view, hold down the left mouse button, make it bold, underline, click on the green check mark, hit the escape, and then pull on the grip. That's good. Okay. Now I'm going to move this up just a tad, and that way I can try to fit a label over here. I'm just going to do a right click, copy, right click, paste. And I'm going to put this right there. Double click on that. And we're going to put that as the right side view, RS, green check mark. Okay, dokie. Now that does not look centered. So I'm going to zoom in, hold down my left mouse button and position it, move it over a little bit. That looks more centered. Now I'm going to show you something new. I haven't shown you this yet. You're going to like this. This is a detailed view right here. This is a detailed view. And I want to do a dimension. I want to do a detailed view of one of the teeth. So look, click on the detail view, right? Move in about right here. You're going to snap to it right at click and drag out your circle, click, and then look, that's pretty big. So I'm going to bring it over this way, click, escape. Now, I'm going to move this view over some more this way. Now, if I do that, I got to make sure I move this view label over some. Now, Mr. Morris, why did you do that? So I can get in close and give you the dimensional details of that tooth. I can come in here, right? And click here, here, and we're going to place the dimension here. Okay. Look, it's the same. It's even though this is larger, the dimension did not change. Look, because if I put a dimension down here, look, it did not change. Okay, so basically I'm putting that dimension right here, and I'm going to put another dimension right here. Okay. Is that good? All right. Now let's put the double click BPCC, get rid of the we're going to delete that. Click on the green check mark. We're gonna put CAD 120. And then we're going to put circular. Escape. All right. So you should have your PNG, well, not PNG, but your part file, and you should have your drawing. Any questions? It's 9:01, perfect timing. I'm going to come around. First off, I'm going to turn the light back on just for a minute because I need to add the place to put it in Canvas. I'm going to put your grades in there, and I'll put the video tonight. I'll put the video from yesterday and this video tonight in Canvas in case you want to go back and look at it. I do want to cover quickly the 10 pages of the flip book. That will go really quick. So let me stop my share here. And I'm going to stop the record. So I see you good folks later.